Hi, welcome to clickmeproject.com. Now let me discuss about the title of the process. Our title is Coalescing, Clustering and Classification. So our title is under the domain called data mining. Normally data mining is nothing but an extraction of required amount of data. Also in data mining we have two processes that is called as clustering and classification. Clustering is nothing but an grouping of similar objects in the data set, and classification is nothing but classifying the data based on the class labels in the data set. So this is a basic thing in the data mining, but in our process we are going to cluster and classify the data set by using the algorithm called Readme clustering algorithm, and by using the algorithm classifier algorithm called name-based classifier. Now let me discuss about the abstract of our process. Data clustering is a method in which we make the cluster of objects that are somehow similar in characteristics. The criterion for checking the similarity is implementation dependent. Clustering is often confused with classification, but there is some difference between the two. In classification, the objects are assigned to predefined classes, whereas in clustering the classes are also to be defined. Previously, data clustering is a technique in which the information that is logically similar is physically stored together. In data mining, clustering and classifications are the two important techniques. In this paper, we make use of large databases, diapatis dataset containing to perform an integration of clustering and classification technique. The results of the experiment show that the integration of clustering and classification gives promising results with utmost accuracy rate even when the data set contains missing values. In the proposed system, there is integration of clustering and classification technique. It gives more accurate and results than simple classification technique to classify data sets whose attributes and classes are given to us. It can also be useful in developing rules when the data set is containing missing values. As clustering is an unsupervised learning technique, therefore it built the classes by forming a number of clusters to which instances belongs to, and then by applying classification technique to these clusters we get precision values which are very useful in classifying unknown data sets. So we can then assign some class name to the clusters to which instance belongs to. Thus, integrated technique of clustering and classification gives a promising classification results with utmost accuracy rate. The main advantages of the process is absence of outliers. It gives more accuracy when compared with existing results. Now let me discuss about the data flow diagram of our process. So first we have to start our process by using the input selection process. So first we have to select the input data from our location or other locations in our computer. So our data set in our process we are going to use a data set called diapatis data set. So first we have to browse the data set from the location, system location. After we browse the data set, we have to load the data set into the database. After that load into the database, we have to pre-process the data set. So pre-processing is nothing but a data cleaning. Here we have to eliminate the unwanted values or unwanted symbols in the data set. That is called data set cleaning. After we pre-process the data, we just collect the pre-processed data set. After that we have to we are going to cluster the values in the data set. Here we are clustering the values by using the similarities based on the similarities. So by using the similarities we group the values in the data set. So in our process we are using a k-means clustering algorithm. By using seed values and cluster point values, here we are clustering the values, grouping the values. After that we have to identify the class labels in the data set. So in the diapatis data set we have two types of class labels such as the zeros and ones, that is called true or false or meaning or meaning int. By using the type of class labels, where we are going to classify the data set by using the algorithm or classifier called name-based classifier. Finally, we evaluate the performance of existing system and proposed system by using the time efficiency and accuracy and then error factor of classifiers. This is the data flow diagram of our process. Now let me discuss about the demo of our process. First we have to run our process from home.java. So just right click for home.java file. The home page will be appear here. So our modified title for this processor's naive-Bayes algorithm for mining the data streams by using the concept drift, and click the dataset button. So after that you have to choose the data set for our process. Here we are using a Pima Indian diabetes data set. Then insert the data set into the database. All data are inserted into the database. And then after that here we view the data set. Here this is a data set attributes like that: 10 times glucose level, pressure level, skin level, serum level, body mass index, pedigree, age, and then the type. These are the attributes of a diabetes data set. Then we classify the data set. So here we classify the data set based on the type values, that is called type of the class labels. Then negative type, click insert data, view. Then here we display based on the positive type of the data. Then click next. So here we are selecting the attributes in the data set. After that here we are estimating the neighborhood of an object, estimating the relationship between the object. So cluster formation, click cluster formation. Here we are clustering the values based on the class labels in the data set. Here we are grouping the values based on the class labels in the data set. So we cluster the values as the cluster 1 and cluster 2 based on the class variables in the data set, class labels in the data set. Then click clustering button. Here we are classifying the values by using the naive-Bayes algorithm. So here we are calculating the conditional probability formula by using the type of attribute values. Here we are calculating the conditional probability values. After that click next button. Here we are calculating the matrix value, IG value, then entropy value, gain values is used for calculating the estimating the neighborhood relationship between every objects in the data set and distance values between the data sets. So by using the type of values, here we are going to classify the data set. After that we are going to predict the classifiers. Here we are aggregating the classified values. So here we are grouping the already classified values. Then click next button. If you click analysis button, here we are we have a total number of instances as 768. Total number of incorrect instances are 364 in the data set. This is classified results of naive-Bayes. After that, by using that, here we are calculating the true positive rate, false positive rate, recall values, precision values, and F measure value. This is for estimating the ROC curve. By using that, we are calculating, estimating the recall and precision values. Here we are calculating the evaluating the graph by using that parameters like recall and precision values and also efficiency. By using the flow accuracy, here we are evaluating the performance of existing system and proposed system by using the parameter called accuracy level. This is a complete demo of our process. Thank you for watching.